guys, it's Beauty Brief 14. I hope you guys are all doing very well today. Today's video is going to be my first story time video ever, and I am pretty nervous to tell you guys this story time because I have never done a story time video in my life before, so I don't know if I'm a good story time teller or if I'm a bad story time teller. So don't get your popcorn out just yet, but no further ado, let's just get started. So today's story time is going to be the time when I started my job at Burlington, and I'm just going to let you guys know this is my first job ever in my entire life. So I was just very excited. I was so excited to get my first job because I just wanted to be more independent and, you know, make my own money and all of that. Plus, like, I just wanted to get out of the house. Like, it was my first summer where I just wanted to get out of the house and I can drive and all of that. So I applied there, I got accepted, as in I got hired and everything like that. So the first day of the job called me in, and I was not expected to work that day because they scheduled me to work another day, I believe on like a Friday or a Saturday to start off with, because Saturdays are the busiest days of the week in retail, if you guys didn't know. But no further ado, they called me in like a Tuesday or Wednesday, and I was like in bed sleeping and I was not prepared whatsoever. But they called me in and I was like, okay, yep, I can come in. So I went in and they just started training me, all that, you know, training me on the register as well as training me in my department, which my department is working in sportswear, which is a sportswear associate. And pretty much what that is, you guys just have to, like, you know, put away the clothes as if like people are returning clothes. You have to put them back onto the racks, organize them, and put them back onto the floor where the rest of the clothes are, where the rest of the merchandise is. And what we also do, we work in the fitting room. So anytime a person wants to try on some clothes, we just count how many items they have and we give them a card. I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with that. You guys have gone shopping before, you guys know the case. So that was my job. And like I said, I had to train on the register as well, because in order to work there, you have to be a backup person just in case if the store gets too busy or they just don't have enough workers working at the registers. So you just have to be not limited to not knowing how to use the register. So I learned that, and once I was put onto the floor to work in my actual department, I was just, you know, organizing the clothes and just following what my other coworkers were telling me to do, because like I said, this is my first job and I had no idea what to expect. So I did not want to get fired. So I was like, okay, let me just, you know, listen to you and let me get as much work as I can and show them that I am a good worker. So I just was doing that, and while I was doing that, this boy just came up to me and he was just like, oh, hi, what's your name? And I just told him, like, you know, my name's Brianna and all of that, told him that. And he was just getting into like some personal stuff. Like, he started talking to me about, what should I even call him? I'm gonna call him Alex, yeah. So Alex came up to me and he was just like, oh, my name is Alex, and how old are you? And just being like super polite, like normal questions that people would ask. And I was just answering him, you know, nicely, because I did not want to like piss anybody off or, you know, start off bad on the job. So he was just asking me those questions, and he just started getting really weird with some questions. Like, I was just kind of like, thinking in my brain, like, what are you saying? So he started asking me like questions like, oh, do you have a boyfriend, and can I have your number, and all that stuff. And at the time, like, before he even asked me, can I have, like, do you have a boyfriend, like, I just thought of him as a resource to have, because I believe that everywhere you go, no matter what, you should have at least one person that you're kind of cool with, or you have their phone number just in case you have an emergency. So I just had him, I just thought, you know, let me just give him my number, not thinking anything of it, and he actually took it, and he probably thought that I was going to be with him or something like that. So he took my phone number and I have his, nothing like that. So that happened. And then he started getting into like, oh, do I have a boyfriend? And I was like, no, I do not. I'm not into that right now and all that. And then he was like, oh, I had a girlfriend and I also have a kid as well. And he's 23. He's only 23, right? So, you know, he was just telling me all that, and I'm 18, guys, so that's pretty, in my opinion, that's pretty young to be with someone. I don't know. I feel like I should be with someone that's like 20 or 21, 18, 19, you know? Not 23 in my opinion, but hey. And he was like, oh, I'm having a birthday party, like my birthday's coming up, and I really would want you to hang out with me, and we can, like, you know, chill and go to the movies or something. And I was just like, yeah, yeah, you know, as I'm working, you know, trying my best to, you know, work as hard as I can, I'm trying to, like, be nice to him, because I'm just a polite person unless you, like, cross me and you prove to me that you're not a good person. So I was just trying to, like, you know, hear him out and give him a chance, because this is my first job and I wanted to be polite to everyone, because you don't know who's who yet and you just don't know who to really trust. So I was just, you know, having my ears open, but at the same time I was trying to get my work done. So yeah, so he gave me his number and he just talked to me a little bit about his life story. I feel like some of the things that he was saying was a complete lie, because it just didn't make sense. Like, at one point he would tell me, oh, he's a student, he works at Target, he works at Burlington, and he's also a student at I don't even know where. And it just didn't make sense to me. Like, I know people, you know, can do multiple things at the same time, but like everything that I would say, he would be like, oh yeah, me too, I do this too. So that's pretty much what happened. Then after that, like in the middle of us talking, like I can kind of see like some of my coworkers, like the coworkers that don't know me, like they can see that he's flirting with me. So I was just like, okay, like obviously everyone can see that he's trying to flirt with me and get with me, and I'm not that type of girl to go to work and then like try to find a man, you know? So I was just trying to get my work done and just try to ignore him in a way, but not like disrespectfully. So yeah, that's what I continued to do. Then all of a sudden around like, it was like a 4-hour or 6-hour shift. I believe it was a 4-hour. It was a 4-hour shift that day, and about like the 3rd hour or so, one of my managers decided to call a meeting in the break room. So we all went to the break room, and all what she was just trying to say was to, you know, get work done, and she just told us what positions she wanted us to do that day. So nothing bad or anything, and literally everyone was like disrespecting her and not listening to her. Like they were either on her phone, on their phones, or just like talking while she was talking, and I was the only person that was actually engaged and listening to what she was saying. So after that, I got out of the meeting or whatever, and I just went to my department that she wanted me to do. And then all of a sudden Alex, I said his name, oh my goodness. All of a sudden Alex came over to, you know, my area, and he just started talking to me again. And at that point I was getting very aggravated, but I was still trying to be respectful. So no further ado, that continued to happen, and he texted me that night when I got off of my shift, and he was just like, hey, I really like you, I think you're a beautiful girl, and I would love for you to hang out with me on my birthday and all of that. And I was just like really confused, because, you know, I was like, on the first night you're gonna expect someone to go out with you? Like, you don't even know me. I only known you for 4 hours of my day. 4 hours. So I was just like really confused, and I just wanted some advice. And I know like some people wouldn't talk to their mom about this type of things, but like I'm very close with my mom, so I told her about it, and she was like livid. Like, my mom is Jamaican, so she don't play with that. She don't play with that. She doesn't even want me to even talk about boys, much less me going away with the boy for his birthday. So she told me that I should stop talking to him, and you know, don't talk to him, don't try to talk to him or do anything with him, which I know, like, I'm obviously like, yes, mom, I'm not gonna do anything with him. I went to work to go to work, not to find a man. If I wanted to find someone, that's a whole different story, but like, I wanted to get a job because I wanted to work. So I just kept, you know, replying to him, being respectful, because that's just the type of person that I am. However, one day after that, like a couple weeks later, he continued to keep texting me, and it just started to get very aggravating, because he was the type to like continue to text me like all the time, and I was just getting so sick and tired of it, to the point where I just ignored him. Like I ignored his texts. And good thing he doesn't have an iPhone where he can see like my read receipts, you know? So good thing, because that would have been a different story. But like I just started to ignore him, and the day when I had to go into work that day, when I ignored him, he got so like upset with me and was just livid because I didn't answer his text message. And then I was like, you know, it's not a big deal. If you're really mad about a text message, then that's just your problem. Like, it's not a big deal. So he just got really upset about that, and he just kind of like stopped talking to me after that, which is fine because I don't really care. Like, if I liked you, I would have chased you, but I don't like you, so it's not a big deal. But now, after months has gone by and me working at Burlington, we're really cool now. Like, every time we see each other, like, he gives me a hug, he says, hey Brianna, or like he'll crack a joke, but like he won't like annoy me, so, or he doesn't even text me either, so that's what I really do like. So if you guys, the moral of the story, the moral of the story time is, if you guys see something, if a guy is hitting on you or is liking you, like, don't take it, like, give him a chance first. Like, don't just be the person to just be like, no, I don't like you, but like, you know, give him a chance first to make him like express himself and really get to know, let you get to know like what he's like first, you know? And there's things in him that I would never date in a guy. So I gave him a chance first, and once he started to aggravate me, and once he started to like not give it a break, that's when I was like, you know what, hey, I don't like you like that. We're only friends, I'm here for a job, and that's it. So once he saw that, and he saw that, you know, I'm not the one to play with, then he just like quit like treating me that way, which I'm just so thankful that I did that, because if I didn't and I led him on or something, that would have turned out so bad, because his like personality is just so addictive and like aggressive, and I'm just really calm and sweet and, you know, collected. So yeah. So that was my story time. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This video was pretty interesting because, you know, I never done a story time video on my channel before, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and be sure to like and subscribe. Bye. Tonight, girl, I got a question for you. Can I get an answer?